That's good.
Guys, we're here with Dennis. You might remember him from the video we did with the zombie rabbit.
Everybody loves the man. Everybody watches the rocket man when he floats into outer space. The jet into...
That's gone, sold that a while ago. Make sure you guys click the link up here or in the description to check out the video we did on Dennis's zombie rabbit. We tried to film his cabriolet that he had last year, but between COVID and winter. So we're here today in his 1983 Golf.
1983 Golf. The last production year in Germany for the Wagner.
German-built car. So yeah, you sold the cabbie on Bring a Trailer. How was that experience?
It was pretty smooth. It's not really hard. I paid for the photo shoot, so it makes the work a lot easier than if you try to get the photos yourself. You know.
Was there a guy who did Bring a Trailer photo shoots?
Exactly.
So he knew. Okay.
Bring a Trailer had, you know, like they subcontract guys. You know, whatever area you are, they send a guy that is nearby. So.
What did that cost?
The photo shoot is $200, which is
200.
Yeah,
that's worth it. Oh yeah, all day long. It takes
a lot of pictures. They posted like 400 pictures of the car. So I think it's worth it. I'm not gonna do that. I have a camera. I'm not a photographer. So if you think that's probably what is gonna sell the car, you know, it's the face of the car. And the fee for the auction is only like $100. So, other than that, just wait. You know, I feel like the car was posted on a very bad timing because I submitted the car like 2 months before the auction.
You didn't anticipate it,
and then, you know, they do the photo shoot and then you don't know how long it's gonna take to. They have a lot of cars, you know, on the list.
So when did you start the process? Like end of the summer? So it went for sale in the winter, right?
It was Thanksgiving weekend. So it was like 2 months before. But I feel like it was a very bad timing because, you know, Thanksgiving weekend, everybody's traveling, everybody's getting, you know, like, not a lot of people is watching online auctions to buy a car, you know.
I'm sure it influenced it a little bit, but I think it was bad timing in terms of it going into the winter.
Exactly. Exactly.
So then, yeah, you put it out. You started the process like August then, right?
Yeah.
August, September. Yeah. So that's a good piece of advice if you're gonna put up a car and bring a trailer and have them shoot it and all that. Anticipate it taking a month or two.
Yeah.
So if you think, oh yeah, now at the end of summer, a great time to sell, you could be kind of left hanging with them posting your car for sale going into winter. So
yeah, I bought the car a very, very long time ago. I bought it back in 2009.
Oh, I thought you just bought this recently.
I just got it imported. It was sitting out of a repair shop with no engine. A lot of parts were missing. Half of the stuff was in the trunk. It was like no point to try to rebuild that engine because half of the stuff wasn't there, you know.
Where was the car?
In Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica. living there.
So the car was sold new in Costa Rica?
The German embassy, I guess, you know, like some of the workers brought their own cars, Golds, some of them had Beetles. So that's why the windows are marked. You can see the marks, like that was the plate number.
Oh.
So the front windshield and the back window is marked.
That's etched in the glass?
Yeah. I got a 88 Jetta GLI for parts, and I swapped the 16-valve engine into it. Tracked the car one season, and it was a high mileage engine. Didn't last much. So, trying to get the car back on the track, I put an 8-valve 1.8 out of another Jetta, and it was very slow. Like, I was having so much fun with the car, but no power. Like,
So you shipped it from Costa Rica,
yeah,
like last year, right?
yeah. The plan was to bring it. Well, all the plan to bring it was started in 2019. The end of 2019. So I started doing all the paperwork. We all know what happened in 2020. The car was supposed to be here a year ago in March.
How much was that? A lot.
A lot.
Worth it.
A friend of mine told me, like, dude, that makes sense. Like, with that money, you can buy another Rabbit here. Like, yeah, but it's not the same car.
So is this a GTI or a Golf?
This car was known as a Golf GL, which is basically a GTI. We had the sunroof, it's a two-door.
Alright.
It has the rear wiper. It has the sway bars. And
So they called it a GL, but it basically is a GTI.
it was basically the same body. It has a lot of options. The rear wiper, a lot of stuff. The headlight washers. You know, it was maybe back in the day. It was a very expensive car.
It was, you think?
I think so. You know, all the options that it had.
Yeah, sway bar. I didn't even know they had a headlight washer nozzles on them.
Exactly. At some point, my brother used to have a '78 GTI black. And he got a very, very bad accident back in 2003. And that car was like my dream car when I was in middle school. You know, it was like, I felt like it was super fast. It was super nice, you know. After that, you know, I was like, I'm just gonna make this car look like my brother's car, you know, like. So that's why I got the OEM, whatever GTI badges or whatever. It's pretty much the same car. The wiper, you can see the little flap of the wiper.
Yep.
Driver side is a GTI wiper. Anyway, it's not like a matching number car. It was no engine in it, so
Yeah.
I don't really care. It's not a Porsche 911 so it's just a car that I want to drive. I don't care if it's gonna be worth more or less. You know.
Yeah, you feel put it together to drive it.
Exactly. Long story short, when I was tracking the car, I blew the 1.8 8-valve. It was like no compression at all.
Is that what's in it now?
No, it right now is an 8-valve, 2-liter out of a Mark III Golf
ABA.
with the same fuel injection that we were using in the 16-valve, the CIS E, which is like half mechanic, half electronic.
Right. So it has a fuel distributor?
It has a fuel distributor, some kind of aggressive cam.
Yeah, I'm sad to see the zombie rabbit leave.
I probably go back to 60-mile motor in this car.
Do you think you can do 16 valve in this?
ITVs will be a great way to go. Turbos are fun, but
The turbo is fun, but it's a handful to drive through the nice roads. On the track, I'm sure it's more manageable.
Probably.
That car was a handful to try to drive fast in the turns.
it was.
Oh man.
Not a lot of power. The Summer had like maybe 300 horses, but it was stupid. It was like sketchy, you know.
Yeah, it's on and off.
Yeah.
It's a very
It's like you have no control. I rather have 200 horses to the wheels, but all the time, you know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So that would be cool if you did a 16 valve in this.
So that's why when I'm gonna do it, you know. My throttle cable is getting stuck for some reason. I was dealing with that last week. I was driving last week with some friends and
Oh, it sticks.
yeah, it just sticks. If you go like half throttle, full throttle, it just gets stuck. So I was dealing with that. I forgot. I just parked the car and started up this morning. But it's okay. If you tap a couple times, just
If we die, we die.
exactly
Like men with no airbags.
exactly.
Is there any work done to the motor?
You know, of course, the exhaust, 2.5 inch, basically straight pipe exhaust. He has some
What?
What?
What? It's what?
He has some aggressive cam with the adjustable gear, MSD ignition. That's pretty much it.
You don't want to go crazy with them either because you spend a lot of money to get 10 horsepower.
Exactly. Like,
So that's kind of the perfect build. Yeah, you just try to stay right.
yeah, right.
Or straight. Yeah.
All right. Into the tree. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. When I put the car together last year, September, I was trying to go to Euro Summit. I got this set of Porsche wheel, 16s, very wide. It looks great, but I'm not really into these tires right now. I want to drive the car, you know what I mean? So that's why I found this set of 15s.
16s are a lot of wheel for Mark 1. I personally don't think they belong on them.
Especially the 16 by 9
Yeah.
in the rear. So I found a set of 15 by 7s.
What were you thinking?
You know, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, you drove it down the block?
I drove it to Euro Summit, Cars and Coffee the week after, and that's it. I got the wheels with the new tires and everything.
Yeah, these wheels and tires are. I like them a lot on here.
So I got the Toyotas R1s. It's pretty good tire.
I just bought those ATS Classics off of Sal from S&P.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
those ATS Classics up for sale. I bought them for the that I'm picking up.
Oh, you're picking up. Wow.
And that,
Oh man, I thought you.
yeah, that's what everybody else thinks.
It's gonna. You can fit a lot of stuff in the back seat easily.
Yeah, I like the utility of having the 4 doors.
The one I used to have, it was a pretty nice car.
The tan one, yeah.
Tan one, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that car. I kind of wish I didn't sell it, but I just know I didn't really need it.
Yeah.
And I needed to sell stuff so I could buy the Mark 7.
Yeah, I know. I was there at some point. Like, do I really need all the smartphones?
Yeah.
I'm not driving all of them. You know, like,
I love these cars, but I've yet to have one that I love enough to be like, yeah, I need to keep this.
Yeah.
Because you get it, you sell them, and you try out another one. Try different flavors.
I just sold the Cabriolet. That was a nice car, but I wasn't even planning to get it. It was like, I just found it. It's cool.
Yeah, I think you still did all right though with the price.
Yeah,
you happy with it?
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
You had a reserve on it, right?
I had a reserve. This is what it is. I need to make a profit, but I need to lose money, so I'm fine.
It's like I said before. It's nice to buy these cars, enjoy them for a bit, and then get into something else.
Oh, dude, I did enjoy it. It was my daily driver last year. Like,
someone asked me in the comments go right in the comments on one of the K-Swap video. They were asking if I'm going to make money off of it, and no, it's going to be a bit of a wash if I go to sell it. You know, I'm not really going to make money off the car when I go to sell it. If you're getting into these cars to make a profit, don't. Because unless you're going to get it really, really dirt cheap and have a bunch of parts on hand to spruce it back up, these cars have a very thin margin for profit.
Yeah, and some people think that every GTI now is worth 30K because one sold for 30K. It's not.
I'm glad to see them sell for big money.
That was a car, with a low mileage, humblest, whatever.
I'm going to try to get up to Maine to go see Corey Sterling. He's got a really cool GTI that he got into for a very nice price. It was like a barn find shell.
Boy, that's
with the race history. He's got a Callaway turbo kit.
Oh, nice.
An engine that he bought off somebody else.
Okay.
That.
What's that?
An old CRX.
Civic. Oh wow, that thing is cool.
That.
Like 85.
Little old lady driving it.
Virginia.
And Virginia plates.
Yeah.
That is wild. It's probably the original owner.
Yep. It's crazy. That's a good bring a trailer car.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That thing looked like it's seen better days. I wish those older Hondas were easier to find in nice shape. I think those older Hondas have better body lines than some Volkswagens, than the Mark IIs.
Yeah, but whatever you see around here, it's like rotted out.
Oh, all rotted out.
I went to Atlantic City one day in the summer driving. You remember, it wasn't no door cars, no carpet, nothing. So, riding on the parkway, dude, like you feel the wind coming inside the windows.
Oh, everything.
The doors. I couldn't feel my feet in like 2 hours.
Yeah, this thing's sealed up pretty good, man. This car, I like it a lot. It's tight. I'll be careful, it's a 30 zone. Brakes work good.
Brakes are good, yeah. Everything's upgraded.
What do you do for brakes?
The master cylinder and the brake booster is out of a Mark IV Golf. If you count a better pedal.
You did the calipers and rotors?
The front brakes are Corrado G60 with the 11-inch of rotors. Nothing crazy, OEM parts, no regular rotors.
Yeah, that's like the magic brake upgrade, I think, though. That 11 is what, $300-400 for everything?
Yeah, I want to get eventually the Wildwood 4-piston, whatever caliper. They look nice,
Yeah.
They probably give them better stopping power. The rear is basically a Mark II GTI disc setup with a Mark IV caliper because the Mark IIs don't really have a really good e-brake. So I put the aluminum calipers. It's less weight. They have better e-brake.
So the Mark IV cables, or the Mark...
you can use the Mark II cables in it. Like,
so Mark II discs with Mark IV calipers.
I don't really enjoy working on drums. It's not easy and they look ugly. and they look up. So that's the best conversion you can do for rear brake setup in a Mark 1.
Do you feel it's got too much braking power in the back?
Not really. It's pretty good. Probably with the stock brakes in the front, there will be a lot more power in the rear, but right now it's a good balance.
Are you sure about that?
Like, if you try to stop, he stops. See? It kind of like the rear wheels. You have to be careful if you're tracking the car.
Yeah.
You want to stop like harder, doing 80, 90. Kind of tap it, feel it, but it has a good pedal.
Yeah.
That's the brake booster. Like with the stock Mark 1 booster, you don't feel that.
No, you get good brake power with the stock booster, but that's what I had on the sport truck. I had the 11-inch brakes up front, the stock 200 mil rear drums. It had plenty of stopping power, but you didn't have that firm grab like you guys just saw there.
You have to do a little modification on the pin that goes to the pedal, but that's it. Right.
Yeah.
Everything else bolts up to the firewall. It's crazy, like.
Yeah, that's got really good brakes, man.
But it's crazy how Volkswagen, do everything 40 years later and it still bolts up in the firewall. Like my Cabriolet wasn't bad because it was a 92, so they probably had better brakes, in the 90s.
As everything gets heavier, they got to use bigger brakes. So.
And that was a heavier car too. It's a convertible.
It's funny when the Mark III kids, the donor car kids, when they try to make fun of us, like, oh, you should have just bought a Mark III if you put all Mark III parts on your car. It's like, oh, we're not supposed to take advantage of stuff that bolts up to the car that is made for heavier cars like the engine, so we have more power, more stopping power. We're not supposed to take advantage of your donor cars.
I feel like the late Westie is the worst stopping power out of a Mark 1. Like,
the worst?
Yeah, it was. Oh, you had one. Like it was like your sponsor. So that car was a Mark III front brakes, Mark 4 calipers in the rear, Mark III booster and master. It wasn't great. Like after.
Do you think they have the worst brakes because most of the brakes just haven't been refreshed on those cars? I feel like a lot of people overlook the fact that you just need to go through your brake system on them.
I feel like the booster on the master is not like a good feeling, like it's like a step on a rack. It's like, I'm gonna die today.
Mushy.
Like, yeah.
So you think this is gonna be one you keep, or are you gonna sell this eventually?
I'm gonna keep it for sure.
Yeah, this one's got a good, definitely special. It's definitely a special one.
It's not a perfect car by any means. It has a lot of flaws, but I love it. Like it's clean, rust free.
It having flaws is what keeps you driving it, though. You're not afraid to drive it.
It's a car that you want to drive.
You did how many miles did you put on this last weekend?
Like 400 in a day. I don't mind, driving the car.
Yeah.
My Cabriolet, I put like, over the summer, I put like 4,000 miles in it.
Drive your Mark 1s, people. Turbo? Come on.
It's only
Oh, yeah, those brakes are definitely touchy.
what?
Oh, that's really nice. That is really nice. That clutch grab's nice and low.
You still remember how to drive the 1
No,
No? Alright.
I forgot. Yeah, I mean, shit, it's been 7 or 8 months now.
And it's funny how they all feel different.
They all feel different. They definitely do. This is great dollar response, though. I'm surprised. In a way, the CIS is a lot better than the stock ABA management because you get that nasty rev hang.
I wouldn't say it's better, but it works.
It's got better throttle response.
Probably, yeah.
You don't get that instant on with the stock ABA stuff.
This feels like carbureted car. Right? Oh, you're being on carbs, you know.
Yeah.
Brakes. That was exactly the summer rack. Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna beat on this and rev it out just because that throttle cable's sticking. But it's an ABA, guys. You know the deal.
It's nothing to say.
No, they're not rocket ships, but it is one of the best motors you can put in a Mark 1. You do a couple basic mods like you did, throw cam, intake, exhausts. You get a little more pep out of them. Yeah, you do like the lightweight flywheel, cam,
That's
corded head, turbo. You know, it'll really wake the motor up.
supercharger, you know, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
A little nitrous.
Yeah. When you dump, you know, like $10,000 in the engine, it really helps.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. It's the simple things that make a great car.